Hello everyone and welcome back. This is another episode of Regulatory Tuesday, and I'm sure I'm going to get some hate mail on this. However, it's time we actually talked about it. So, there are a lot of people online going crazy over the fact that net neutrality was effectively gutted and that they are trying to get rid of it. And it seems that the core fundamental argument is, I don't trust internet service provider companies. They're greedy, arrogant, corrupt people. So why do you trust governments? Why do you trust the Federal Communications Commission, who licenses radio stations, licenses television broadcasting stations, licenses cable stations, tells them what they can and can't say on air, and continues to write thousands of new pages of regulations a year to keep the internet free? And we're not talking free as in no cost, but free as in full of liberty, where people can say and do and find and create things that they want. Now, I know there's another major argument, which is, well, we don't want cable providers and internet service providers to give priority through traffic to big data service companies such as Netflix, Google Play, Amazon Prime, and things like that. But the question then becomes, how fast do you want those services? See, the opening up of dedicated lanes of fiber optic for those services through purchased contract agreements paid for by those companies to the internet service providers in order to create more bandwidth availability would actually increase the internet overall in size, shape, and speed. And it would even make it easier for small businesses who are just starting up to be found, because you wouldn't have all of the Google traffic and all of the Amazon traffic and all of the iTunes streaming traffic on the standard bandwidth. It would be in its dedicated lanes that are paid for special in order to open up more available bandwidth space on the network. It would be like creating two separate internets, one for your high-speed consumer level media products and another for your small websites and such, where you could get to them faster. They're not talking about making the general internet slower. They are talking about allowing companies to purchase special fast lanes. If you guys believe in the HOV lane concept, all the big companies were talking about allowing was an HOV lane for services like Netflix and Amazon Play. So why are you stopping that? You think it's good on the interstates. How much better do you think it'll be when your game is faster on your internet because not all of the Netflix traffic is slowing it down? And finally, the third concept is, anytime you give a government agency the right to regulate something, and you accept that they are not going to overstep the bounds of the regulation that you think should be done, you're attempting to use violence through circuitous means, because the government literally is the method of absolute violence. The government has the right to legal violence. That is what governments are. They can arrest you. They can send the police after you. They wage wars. If you trust them implicitly, you've lost your mind. Governments are also made up of those same people that you're worried about in corporations being corrupt and money grubbing. It's just they don't actually have a product except for violence. So why would you give them more power? Well, I want to thank you all again for joining me on this Regulatory Tuesday. I want to give a shout out to Styx Hexenhammer 666. I was watching some of his videos today, and he was discussing this topic, and I realized that this actually was a very important argument that needed to be heard when it came to the net neutrality argument. I added some additional content in there myself, so don't worry, I'm not exactly duplicating his actions. I just was thinking about it. I watched his video, and his video pushed me faster to do this before a whole bunch of new ones popped up on the internet discussing this as well. If you like what I'm doing, once again, please like and subscribe. If you disagree with me on this, tell me why. Give me real reasons why. I was just reading through the Scientific American argument on this, and their arguments are exactly what I just discussed with you, and they're invalid for the same reasons. So if you've got a better argument, I want to hear it. Now, don't expect me to accept your argument, but I want to at least hear it. Thank you all again, and have yourselves a good day.